Are angels real? In this video, I'm going to talk to you about what research suggests about angels, and of course tell you about my personal experience. While there aren't a lot of formal scientific studies on angels, there is a lot of documentation about deathbed visions, which does include seeing angels. Like I've said before, studies have shown 50 to 80% of all people dying have experienced some kind of visitation. These visitations include seeing bright lights or glowing figures, describing beautiful things waiting for them, talking to unseen people in the room, reaching up towards something or someone and smiling. I've seen this a million times. And then saying things like, "They're all here," or "They're here waiting for me," or "I'm not alone." Steve Jobs famously said, "Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow," right before he died. And what's so fascinating to me is this happens all over the world. This is a global phenomenon. This happens across all faiths, all cultures, all backgrounds. And I can say, as a nurse working in Los Angeles, I have seen many different people come from many different faiths say they are seeing things. So as many of you know, I believe I saw an angel. And what was surprising to me, one, was that I was, not really expecting it. I've never really thought about this topic much. So it was surprising what it looked like to me. In my eyes, an angel has wings and is light and is airy and feels very peaceful and soft. But from my experience, at least the thing, what if you want to call it, I don't know what you want to call it, the angel, the thing, the spirit that I saw didn't feel like that. I'll tell you the story in a second, but what I could describe it as is like something big, huge, solid, right? Something big, huge, solid. It may have wings, but if it did, they were like tucked behind it, right? It did look like a human figure, like a head, broad shoulders, if you want to call it that. It felt more like a statue than anything. And the feeling I got when I saw it, very briefly, was power and strength. It didn't feel scary by any means, no scariness, but it didn't feel soft. And I wouldn't even say it felt loving. I would say it felt powerful and like just a strong, strong energy, if that makes sense. So that was wild to me because I thought I had this idea of what an angel would look like to me. So let me tell you the whole story. So I had a woman come onto hospice. I was doing a late admission, meaning she was getting home late from the hospital, and truth be told, I was actually kind of annoyed that I was being forced to work late. But when I saw her, of course, all of my angst went away because here she was. She was younger, she had children in their early 20s, and she was actively dying. She was coming from the hospital. The ambulance was bringing her to her home, and I basically met them at the home. When the ambulance brought her into her house and put her in the hospital bed, I could tell she was very, very close to death. Fully unconscious, changes in breathing. She had the death rattle. She had changes in skin color, right? To me, she looked like she had hours to live. I even thought to myself, maybe I'll just stay here until she dies so the kids aren't alone. So we got her comfortable in bed. And she was comfortable, I can tell you that. So I left the room and I started talking to the children about what was happening with their mom. I could tell that they did not really think she was as sick as she was. So it took a while for me to educate and tell them like, hey, listen,